Hi boss, how are you?
Yeah, very well. You?
Yeah, good. Good bank holiday weekend in the end?
It was in the end, yeah. Yeah, I mean, looking back on that, we lost Saturday, but we was really pleased with what the players done in that second half with 45 minutes with 9 men. So pleased with that, not pleased with the result. And then obviously, I thought Monday for 65, 70 minutes we was by far the better team. Gave them a bit of a leg up there with a penalty, and then yeah, a bit backs to the wall defending. But again, the boys dug deep, and a lot of them were tired out there, suffering from a cramp, and they got the job done in the end.
Yeah, well, we're 4 games deep now. Sat 10th in the league, game in hand. Winning that would take us up to the playoffs. Happy with that start?
Yeah, pretty pleased. It'd been nice to have kind of not had Saturday happen and get a few more points, but I think 7 points from 4 games gets you 80 odd points in the league, so it makes sure you're definitely in the playoffs. So the points return's good. I think the performances, bar Wingate first half, possibly Carl Shorten first half, I think from them 5 kind of games that we have actually played, the performances have been actually really good. So there's lots of different aspects really of the games that I've been really pleased with, and especially with a new squad. You know, we've got 3 or 4 from last year, so to put that together and kind of have the start we've had is quite pleasing.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the squad. You did say that you didn't think we'd see the best of us maybe for a couple of months, but all the front 3 have scored so far.
Yeah, but just as important, you know, they're all putting a big shift in for the boys, which is important. Obviously, the goals are important as well. So I still don't think you'll see the best of us until October time. I think if you look at some of the boys come in fairly late-ish pre-season. We've just got Amadou in, so he kind of needs to get a bit fit as he's getting fitter and fitter. So yeah, I still think you'd probably be looking at mid-October until you see the best of us. But you can see, I'd like to think everyone can kind of see the spirit amongst them, which is really pleasing amongst the new group. They're really fighting for each other, which is kind of really pleasing for me, because we didn't have that this time last year, and that alone can get us results. So yeah, I think you'd probably be looking at mid-October before we're kind of everyone's up to speed and fully fit and kind of understanding everyone's game, but really pleased so far.
In that case, you know, happy then to be there or thereabouts at that point. If we haven't lost any ground in that respect for the first couple of months, we're quite happy with that.
Yeah, I think if we're in and around the playoffs, top 8-ish by that time, we can kick on. I don't think you get a true reflection of the league really until November-ish time, because you get all the FA Cup games and teams have games in hand, so they have to kind of get them up to speed, and then you can get a bit of reality. I think last year we were mid-table, we played 4 games more than other teams, so it can be a little bit unrealistic until it settles down. So yeah, I think we probably look at mid-November, early December, and you can see where the league's going.
Yeah, a couple of lads of ours have gone out on loan at the moment.
Yeah, Joel needed to go and get games. I think he played last year in the Skeffel. So the next progression for him really was to go and play the league below and go and get a couple of months down there at Herne Bay. I think love to look after him down there. So I think he needs that just to go and get a little bit fitter, a little bit stronger. And then Blackie's gone to get games at Hive as well, which he needs to get fit as well. So he's gone down there. He's got 7 games I think he can play down there in a month, and we'll assess that after that.
Yeah, in terms of our squad, where's Jebby at?
We're hoping Jebby's 2 to 3 weeks away, hopefully. It's quite a delicate area in his back, so we can't rush him back too quick, because then he'll kind of have a setback. So it's frustrating for us, it's frustrating for him, it's probably frustrating for the fans, because they'll probably want to see him play. But at the same time, we can't really risk losing him for a sustained period of time. We want to make sure he comes back right and doesn't have a bit of a relapse in it.
Yeah, and in terms of not seeing the best of us for another month or so, that might be quite a key reason for that.
Yeah, I think kind of the first 2 to 3 games we lacked. We lacked a bit of physical presence in there, and we had Ramsgate in there, but it was kind of, we felt like we needed that other kind of real physical player in there, and we've brought Amadou in there. We've got Ezzy as well, Youngie and Josh are all good footballers, so we kind of felt like we had to get the balance right in there, which I think Amadou done really well Monday, so I think he'll be a good player for us. We still want to be better in possession. We still need to retain the ball better and have better transitions as well, which Jebby will help us with as well. So we can't wait to have him back. We've got some good midfielders in there. We've got some good defenders. So it's we're looking forward to getting him back when we can.
Yeah, I mean Amadou had quite the weekend.
Yeah, we've looked back at Saturday and the yellow cards, and he's very unlucky really. He's you can see in the first one he's actually turned away from the player, and the player's just run into him and fallen to the ground, and the ref wasn't even watching, so he's just booked him, which was quite unlucky really, because like I say, he's not even looking at the player coming to run into him. I think the second one's fairly cheap as well. He hasn't really done it, and the players brought a free kick from him, which happens. But I mean, the first yellow for me was disappointing from the ref. But then Monday, I thought he was very good for us.
Yeah, got himself a great goal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was Ramsgate who was on the edge, and I told Ramsgate to go in to make sure Amadou was free on the edge of the area, and luckily the ball's kind of it's fallen nicely to him, and he's got a decent connection, gone through a few bodies and gone in the goal. So yeah, it was kind of a good goal from him, and he needed that. I think he felt like he let a lot of people down Saturday. He was quite down. He messaged me Sunday, apologised, but I said, look, don't apologise, just go and put a performance in tomorrow, and he did that. So I thought his all-round play was good. His tackling, he got around the pitch, which is what he's here to do. Yeah,
Dan got the second on Saturday. He's popped up with a few goals so far. He seems to be a player that knows where the goals is and pops up in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I think 3-4 years ago he was at Bognor. He got a lot of goals in this league, and then Strevs took him into Eastleigh for a couple of years, and then I think he lost his way a little bit. He'd probably be the first to tell you he's lost his way over the last probably year and a half. I think he put a lot of trust in me to kind of get that back as well. He knows I've tried to sign him 2 to 3 times before, so we had a good chat. He's put his trust in me. I've put a bit of trust in him, and at the moment, I think he's turned out to be a superb signing. He's getting goals. He's putting a big shift in for the team as well. So it's really pleasing.
Right, should we move on to Saturday then? Big trip to Ramsgate in the FA Cup.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We've got a couple of players out, which everyone know about with the suspensions. It gives other people an opportunity to go and state their place in the team. So, as I always say, if people come out of the team, and there's always a risk someone's going to come and take their place, because we've got such a good squad. But it's a game that I'm looking forward to. It's a really good cup competition that we want to progress in if we can.
It's a difficult tie. It's away from home. Does it make it easier to focus the lads on the task, knowing what they did in it last season?
What Ramsgate did?
Yeah.
I don't really think so. No, we're not thinking about what they do. I think every year you kind of get 1 or 2 teams and that go on a run, and then that's kind of their year. It doesn't really happen twice in 2 years. So it's games like this, when you play against teams in the league below, it's more how we turn up. It's more how we play. They're a really good side. They've got some really good players that should be playing at this level, but they're down there for whatever reason. But it's kind of up to us how we turn up.
Looking forward to getting the FA Cup started. Is it a competition that excites you?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think that obviously it's a really good competition. It's good to kind of get them good experiences for the club, for the fans, for the players. I'm kind of looking at it as it's just another game that I want to win. So, and pretty much every game I want to win. The kind of overall bigger picture is we want to kind of have that experience and the memories that we can kind of progress into maybe the first round if we can at some stage, and make some memories for everyone. Yeah,
have you got good memories of the FA Cup?
I've had a couple of good runs. I think Eastleigh we got to 2nd or 3rd round, I think, playing Bolton. I think we got a replay at Bolton. So Yeah, and obviously Ipswich, we used to come in the third round, so we had some decent ties. Aston Villa away, I think we had in the third round once. So I think it's a great competition. It's the best in the world. Every non-league club has that dream to progress and get into the first round and get them big games that we want as well. So we'll be going into Saturday trying to progress. Yeah,
I'm talking the first round. The club's only ever been there once. It knocked on the door twice in 21 and 2022. Is that an ambition to bring that sort of stage to the club?
Yeah, look, I think when we first set out the season, it was kind of right. Let's see where we can go and get top 8, make the playoffs if we can in the first season, and have a good FA Cup run. So they're the two ambitions that kind of you have. I think the FA Cup's kind of, it can be a little bit down to luck as well. With the draw, you can get lucky draws, and you might end up getting a really tough one that you just can't get past. So the two targets for us was them, and this one starts Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, the East League game people will look back to. That was before you signed that season. It shows just what this ground can be like on a big night, and the referee wasn't great that night either. we saw how angry the crowd got, and that was quite a special night down here. And it would always be nice to have more like that.
That's what the FA Cup brings. You do get some really good nights, and you get really good memories for a long time as well. Who's to say we can't get to the first round, and some fans are talking about it for the next 15, 20, 25 years. So we'll always try and win games of football. Saturday's no different, but it does have that little bit of, it is a bit special to kind of win the FA Cup, and you go round to the next round and you wait for the draw, see who you get, and you look forward to that game. But it starts Saturday. We've got a really tough draw against Ramsgate away. Like I say, they've got some really good players, so we'll be looking to go there and getting a draw for the next round.
Yeah, I think we're expecting to take quite a few up the coast as well. Nice backing.
Yeah, hopefully it's a nice day, and hopefully we can get into the draw.
Yeah, I mean, from the 2 away games we've won at Hastings and Dover, to be fair, it seems like the boys are getting quite a rapport in with the supporters. It seems like there's quite a bit of good energy building around the club. Yeah,
I think you always need that at any club that's successful. You need everyone kind of pulling in the same direction, and we've got that really. I think the fans can see what the boys are doing. The boys appreciate all the support that they bring as well. You've got the staff, the players, supporters, the chairman and Charlie and everyone here this year is pulling in the same direction. We all want the same thing, and it's really nice for me to kind of bring everyone together, and everyone's enjoying it at the moment.
Well, cheers for your time, boss, and I'll see you again on Saturday.
No worries, cheers mate.